Hello children, good morning all of you. Hope everybody are safe at home. Today we are going to discuss about 9th class assignment number 26th, 5th December dated children. So if you come back to this model, here we have first Roman 4 questions, like it's like a blanks, 1 mark questions, second Roman 2 mark questions, and third Roman 5 mark questions children. So come and join with me for the explanation of assignment 26 for class 9th dated children, class 9th, 5th dated children. So first one of the first Roman. First one of the first Roman is fill in the blanks. See, two figures are said to be congruent. Two figures are said to be congruent. Okay, children. If they have same dash and same dash. Children, see, if you see two congruent figures, they are 100% having same shape and same size. If you take the same two tables in one class, they are congruent. Okay, and if you see the any one of the doors, when the two doors are looking like same, they are having 100% same shape and same size. See, for example, model of Taj Mahal, which is in our rack, and actual Taj Mahal, both are different sizes. They are not congruent. Okay, if they are also having same shape and same size, then also the two figures are said to be congruent. So two figures are said to be congruent if they have same size and same shape. Same size and same shape. Then only we are able to conclude that given two figures are said to be congruent children. Okay. Our next question. Second one, the number of criteria of the congruency of triangles. The number of criteria of the congruency of triangles. Children, when you compare two triangles or two figures, whether they are congruent or not, actually if you see the components of triangles, here we have three sides, S1, S2, S3. Similarly, three angles. So for one triangle we have majorly 6 components of triangles. Out of 6 components of triangles, to conclude the given two triangles are having same shape and same size, that means congruence. Okay, we need not to verify all the measurements. Among all, if you are able to verify any 3 measurements, okay, without measuring actually, we are able to declare the given two figures are said to be congruent, none other than same shape and same size. What are the 3? SSS axiom or SAS axiom, and angle side angle axiom, and RHS axiom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So basing on these 4 criteria of the congruency of triangles, okay, we are able to conclude the given triangles are said to be congruent or not. So number of criteria of the congruency of triangles, how many are there children? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 criteria of the congruency of triangles are there. They are side axiom, side axiom, angle side angle axiom, right angle hypotenuse and one side and right triangle axiom. Okay, so 4 criteria of the congruency of triangles are there. So our next question, if the 3 sides of a triangle, if the 3 sides of a triangle, okay, correspondingly equal to the three sides of another triangle, correspondingly three sides of another triangle. That means AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to EF, and CA is equal to DF. If it's so, if the three sides of a triangle correspondingly equal to the three sides of a triangle, then what did you say? Then the two triangles are congruent. Then triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Okay, children? This is the symbol for congruence. Okay? Then the two triangles are congruent. What is the axiom? This axiom is known as what? This axiom is known as, here we are using all the three components are sides only. So, what is the name of the axiom? This axiom is known as side, side, side axiom, children. Okay? This is the third one, children. So, our next fourth one is the angles opposite to equal sides in isosceles triangle are. So, the angles, okay, opposite to equal sides, opposite to equal sides, okay, in isosceles triangle. Triangle R dash. See, children, let us consider one isosceles triangle. You know that isosceles triangle means two sides are equal. Isosceles triangle means two sides are equal. Okay. Of course, two angles are also equal. This is about the present question. The two angles which are opposite to the equal sides. First of all, out of the three angles, which pair of angles are opposite to the equal sides? See, this angle is one of the angle which is opposite to this, and this is another angle which is opposite to this. So here alpha and beta are the angles which are opposite to the equal angles. So what did you say about the angles? What is your comment on the angles? Yes, both are equal in measurement. The angles opposite to equal sides in isosceles triangle are equal in measure. That means from this we can say equal angles and equal sides are opposite to each other. From this we can prepare one kind of corollary. Equal angles and equal sides are opposite to each other. Children, this property is not only for isosceles triangle. Wherever it is happens, equal angles and equal sides, ultimately they are always opposite to each other in any kind of triangle. Of course, if it's so, equal angles and equal sides are happens in single triangle, then we can say that both the triangles are opposite to each other. This is one of the corollary we can prepare from the above statement. Okay, this is for fourth one, children. So coming back to our next Roman. Solve the following fifth question. What is the given here? In quadrilateral ACBD, okay, AC is equal to BD, AC is equal to BD, and AB bisects angle A, and AB bisects angle A. Then show that triangle ABC is congruent to, okay, then show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. We need to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. Okay, first of all, draw the diagram. A, B, C, D. Children, ACBD is a quadrilateral. A simple closure figure bounded by 4 line segments is a quadrilateral. Given that AC is equal to BD, this is given. AC is equal to BD, and AB bisects angle A. Bisects. AB bisect the angle A. That means here both angles are equal. If it is theta, this is also theta. If this is the given information, then because of AB, the entire quadrilateral divided into 2 triangles, they are ABC and ABD. You need to prove these 2 triangles are congruent. How to prove? Compare, okay, triangle ABC and triangle ABD. Okay, children, here AC is equal to AD. Okay, children, and now one of the another information, AB bisects angle DAC. That means angle CAB is equal to angle DAB. Actually, AC is equal to AD. Why? This is given. This is there in the given information. And angle CAB is equal to angle DAB. Okay. And both are equal to theta, since AB, okay, bisects angle A. AB bisects angle A from this information. Now AB is equal to AB. AB is equal to AB. Why? Because it is a reflexive property. That means common side. AB is one of the side in ABC, as well as AB is one of the side in ABD. So what happened? 2 sides and 1 angle. 2 sides and 1 angle. Side, angle, side. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD because of this axiom. This is what they are asked us to prove. Okay, children. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD because of which axiom, children? 2 sides and 1 angle based on side, okay, angle, side. Okay. These 2 triangles are, on comparing this, these 2 triangles are congruent to each other, children. Okay. So our next question. So question number 6. So here what is given? In the given figure, triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, okay, D is the midpoint of BC. D is the midpoint of BC. Not only that, DE is perpendicular to AB. DE is perpendicular to AB, as well as DF is perpendicular to AC. DF is perpendicular to AC, and DE is equal to DF. DE is equal to DF. Now we need to prove triangle BED is congruent to, show that triangle BED is congruent to triangle CFD. Okay, so proof. Before going to proof, let us draw the diagram. A, B, C. Here D is the midpoint of BC, that means these two are equal. Then it is 90 degrees and it is 90 degrees. Okay, so BED, CFD. We need to compare these two triangles. So compare triangle BED, triangle CFD. Okay, children. Now in BED, DE is equal to DF. This is given. This is right angle, means 90 degrees. So angle BED, is equal to angle CFD is equal to how much? 90 degrees. Okay, because of this is given. Next, opposite to 90 degrees, hypotenuse. So BD is equal to DC. BD is equal to DC. Why? D is midpoint of BC. Okay. Now DE is equal to DF. DE is equal to DF. So this is also given. So this is right angle. This is opposite to 90 degrees. Hypotenuse. This is one side. Okay. From RHS axiom, triangle BED is congruent to triangle CFD because of RHS axiom. Because of RHS axiom. So from this information, DE perpendicular to AB, so angle at A is 90 degrees, and AC perpendicular to DF, so angle at F is 90 degrees. Okay, this is first observation. And since D is the midpoint of BC, BD is equal to DC. As D is the midpoint of BC, D is equidistant from B and C. Therefore, BD is equal to DC. This is opposite to 90 degrees, nothing but hypotenuse. And of course, DE is equal to DF. This is also given. So from one right angle, one hypotenuse, one side of two different triangles are correspondingly equal. Therefore, they are congruent to each other. This is what we need to prove for this question, children. Okay. So our next question. Question number 7. What is question number 7, children? Define SAS and RHS axioms and write corresponding parts in congruent triangles. Okay. SAS axiom. For example, take ABC, DEF. Okay. So two sides, yes, middle one is angle. So two sides and included angle of one triangles, if two sides and the included angle means, suppose AB is equal to DE, BC is equal to DF. AB, BC, we consider these two sides from first triangle, then angle at B is considered as included angle. So if two sides and the included angle of first triangle, okay, are respectively equals to two sides and included angle are equal in second triangle okay, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay children, two sides, one included angle. That means what are the given? AB is equal to DE and included angle. Angle ABC is equal to angle DEF. Okay, and BC is equal to EF. BC is equal to EF. So two sides, one included angle of first triangle are respectively equal to two sides and included angle of second triangle are equal. Then we can say that two triangles are congruent from which axiom? From two sides included angle. So from side angle side axiom. Okay, then what are the corresponding parts in congruent parts? Then CPCT. Children, what is CPCT? Corresponding parts in congruent triangles. Actually, we told, okay, before we start this discussion, one triangle contains majorly 6 components. They are 3 sides and 3 angles. Out of the 3 sides, 2 sides we are used, remaining 1 side, and 3 angles. Out of the 3 angles, we used here 1 angle, so remaining 2 angles. So that rest of the 2 angles and 1 side are CPCT. Yes, opposite to BC and EF, the angles which are opposite to the equal angles, already discussed. Equal angles and equal sides are opposite to each other. So if BC is equal to EF, then the angle which are opposite to this, okay, that means keep A in middle. Angle BAC is equal to angle EDF. EDF. Okay, another angle opposite to single slash, opposite to AB and opposite to DE, that is angle C. Keep C in middle. ACB. Here keep F in middle. DFE. So 2 angles. This is angle. This is angle. 2 angles. And 1 side other than AB and BC. So AC. Here DF. So 2 sides, 1 side, 3 sides, 1 angle, 2 angles, 3 angles. These 3 are called CPCT, corresponding parts in congruent triangles. These 3 are also equal. Okay, basing on our conclusion, we are able to declare that these 3 pairs of measurements are also equal without going actual measurement, children. Okay, our next axiom in the same question is RHS axiom. Already we discussed in our previous question. This is RHS axiom, children. So in a triangle 90 degrees and opposite to 90 degrees, nothing but hypotenuse, out of the legs of two sides, legs of right angle, either AB or BC, your wish, BC, are correspondingly equal to 90 degrees, okay, and hypotenuse okay, and same side. So here what is given? Our observations: AB is equal to PQ, B and angle ABC is equal to 90 degrees and BC is equal to QR, and here angle Q, angle PQR also 90 degrees. So From RHS axiom, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR because of RHS axiom. What is the definition? If a right angle, okay, hypotenuse and any one legs of right angle correspondingly are respectively equal to a right angle hypotenuse, okay, and one legs of right angle, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay children, this is known as RHS axiom. This is known as RHS axiom. What about CPCT parts? See here two sides are used. So AB and PQ is third pair of corresponding side, PQ and AB, and angles, angle A, angle P, QPR, BAC, and keep C in middle and keep R in middle. So PRQ and C in middle, ACB. So two angles, one side. These three are called CPCT parts, children. These three are called CPCT parts. Okay. So our next question. Is third Roman, children. Question number 8. Question number 8. Here AD and BC are equal and perpendicular to the line segment AB. Okay. Show that CD bisects AB. What is given? See the diagram. A, B, okay, D, C. Here this is O, this is 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees. Okay. AD and BC, AD and BC are equal. These two are equal. Okay. Then show that CD bisects AB. What we need to prove, children? CD bisects AB. CD bisects AB means what? The line segment CD is divided into two equal parts at O. That means you need to show OD is equal to OC. If we are able to show OD is equal to OC, then you are able to understand that entire line segment is divided into two equal parts because of O. Then CD bisects at O. O is a point on AB, therefore AB bisects CD, or CD bisects AB. Like that we are able to discuss, children. So any other information they given? AD, BC are equal. Okay. That means instead of proving OA is equal to OB, if you are able to show these two are equal, CD divides the AB into two equal parts. Okay. Now see here, proof. Compare AOD, triangle AOD and triangle BOC. Triangle BOC. See here, this is actually alpha, alpha. These two angles are equal because of vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are equal in every case, any case. So one is 90 and this is alpha, means This is 90 minus alpha from angle sum property by angle sum property. Similarly, this is 90 alpha means this is 90 minus alpha. Okay, children. So when you compare these two, yes, keep A in middle, OAD is equal to, keep B in middle, OBC is equal to 90 degrees. This is given, and AD is equal to BC. Yes, AD is equal to BC also given. Two slashes representing both are same. This is also given. Okay. And our third comparison, 90 minus alpha. 90 minus alpha. Angle at D. Keep D in middle. ODA is equal to, here keep C in middle. OCB. These two are equal by our observation, is equal to 90 minus alpha by angle sum property. So two angles and included side. So by triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. Why? Because of two angles, one side axiom, children. So when you are able to compare these two triangles are congruent, okay, by CPCT parts. What are the meaning of CPCT parts? Corresponding parts in congruent triangles. So what are the rest of the measurements? OA is equal to OB. Okay, when you are able to show OA is equal to OB, AB is divided into, okay, two equal parts because of O. Therefore, CD bisects AB at O. This is what we need to prove, children. What we need to prove? CD bisects AB. CD divides AB into two equal parts, none other than OA and OB. Yes, we proved here. This is the result for question number 8, children. So our next and last question. Okay, same Roman. Question number 9. Yes, they given one square. ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. Okay. Right. Now, where P is some interior point, okay, then triangle APB is an equilateral triangle, also given that triangle APB is equilateral triangle. This is what they given. What we need to prove? Triangle APD. Okay, children. So we need to prove APD, triangle APD is congruent to triangle APC. This is what we need to prove. Okay, children. APD, APC. Sorry, APD, BPC. Okay, right. Proof. Compare triangle APD, triangle BPC. Okay. In APD triangle and BPC triangle, AD is equal to BC. Why? Because sides of square. You know that ABCD is a square. All sides are equal in square. We know that. Therefore, AD is equal to BC. Yes. Next. AP is equal to BP. Why? Because sides of equilateral triangle Sides of equilateral, we know that in equilateral triangle all the three sides are equal. So this one, this one, this one, these three sides are equal. Good. Now also we know that what is the each angle measures in equilateral triangle, children? 60 degrees. Very good. Also we know that what is the each angle measures in square? 90 degrees. So what was the angle DAP? What was the angle? Angle DAP means this is the angle, children. Okay. Similarly, CBP. How much? If you subtract 60 degrees from the angle in square, that means 30 degrees. So 60 minus 90, 30. This is 60, this is 90, so this is 30. So 30, 30. So this angle becomes equal. Therefore, from side, angle, side, okay, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle APD is congruent to triangle BPC since side angle side axiom, children. Okay, so from this we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So that's all for today's explanation, children. Have a nice day and keep working. Thank you.